Hey, how are you? I'm Duncan McPherson and welcome back to my channel. If your corporation is in the consulting business like engineering or project management or similar trade, then this video is for you. Because today I'm going to tell you about how easy it is for your consulting business to get caught by the long reach of our Canadian tax system, aka taxable corporate nexus. Because once your U.S. consulting company has tax type nexus with Canada, you got to file and possibly pay up here. And if you don't know when you're caught and CRA catches you, it's a quick trip to the penalty box for you. Go Leafs go. I've previously told you some of this stuff before, but I'm going to be pretty industry specific for you today. And as always, for more tips on how you can better navigate the Canadian tax system as a U.S. individual or business, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell, or skip the hassles and contact me directly at the MacTax.com for more personalized service. But also, before we get started, and I've mentioned this to you before in other videos, if there's any chance that you're going to be doing business up here in Canada in the next 2 years, call me now so I can get your U.S. corporation a Canadian EIN number, what we call a business number or a BN, BIN. If you start doing business up here without a BIN number, you'll be hogtied from running your business, probably end up paying penalties somewhere. But I assure you, the hassles from not having a BIN number are a lot worse than the penalties. Just see my videos on this topic. Okay, now let's get back to today's topic. So, out of curiosity, have you ever wondered to yourself, if my consulting firm has Canadian clients, do I need to file a Canadian tax return? Well, maybe or maybe not. There are too many variables for you to know, and you got your business to run. So as soon as you get a call from Canada, give me a call right after. Now let's you and me start from the beginning. How are you soliciting business here in Canada? Because I'm telling you, this makes a difference. For instance, do you have an agent up here? Do you advertise up here? Is your online presence directed at Canadians? Do you do nothing up here to drum up business and you just sit by the phone and wait for someone to call you from up here? Well, all these things must be considered from the start, as they may all affect your tax status. And to make things even more complicated for you, once you have the business up here, where do you execute from? Is it all in the USA or are you sending people up here? Because once you're up here, you still got to consider, number one, the type of work you're doing. Number two, the length of time your project lasts up here. Number three, the industry you're working in. Because FYI, depending on the industry, you might be treated differently for tax under the treaty. Now, once your consultants get on a plane and come here, chances are your company is going to be required to file a Canadian corporate tax return. Even though you must file in Canada, your US Corp may or may not be required to pay tax. And this right here actually depends on your activities in Canada, the industry you're operating in, and your treaty status. Frustrated yet? Well, just wait, because things get worse. Even if you don't have to pay nor file up here, if you're sending consultants to work in Canada, chances are you're already required to collect and remit our national sales tax, the GST. But note, there are de minimis rules here to protect you. What a hornet's nest, eh? Well, lucky for you, that's what I'm here for. Because you're right, the rules are circuitous, and it's often a puzzle to determine which of our tax laws will apply to you. And you know what? You shouldn't even have to know, because the reality is there are too many combinations and permutations of ways that can cause your U.S. consulting business to be required to file and possibly pay tax up here. And if you're late filing, then you got penalties, even with a nil return. Between you and me, I see this shit a lot. Case in point, I constantly have foreign consulting companies coming to me not knowing their corporations have to file here in Canada. I hear BS like, I don't have an office in Canada, so I thought I don't have to file. Wrong. Or, I thought the treaty said I don't need to pay tax in Canada, so I thought I didn't need to file. Wrong again, my friend. The reason I call this BS is that the laws are exactly the same for you in the USA. Meaning, if I had a Canadian consulting firm that was sending staff to your US of A, I must file a return with the IRS, right? So the rule is exactly the same for you up here in Canada. If your U.S. consultants come to Canada, you have to file a Canadian tax return. Moreover, I have said it before and I'll say it again. If you use the Canada-U.S. treaty to get you out of paying taxes up here, you must file a return and inform the CRA that you're using the treaty to not pay, just like you're required to do in the USA. So if your U.S. CPA tells you, I didn't know you had to file in Canada, I'm telling you right now that excuse will not get you out of penalties up here. So what do we do about this? Well, the short answer is you're too busy running your business to do anything. And you can't be expected to be an expert in your business and mine, right? The only thing you can know is that when your firm starts talking to Canada, give me a call. And if you're already talking to Canadian clients, call me faster. I will add clarity to your chaos. I'll streamline your tax compliance, and I will make it so you can forget about your tax problems and focus on your business. Do not wait till you begin work up here before you give me a call. And like I said, if work has begun, that's probably why you're watching. And most likely your tax problems have already begun. Am I right or am I right? One thing I want you to bear in mind though, it is quite possible that you'll be required to file corporate tax returns in Canada before your work has even commenced in Canada. And once again, even if you're not required to file and pay tax in Canada, you still may be required to collect and remit our national sales tax, the GST. But either way, as soon as you reach out to Canadian clients, call me to assist with your expansion plans into Canada or any other country. And you know what, my friend? That's all I got for you today. And like I just said, if this resonated with you and you realize you might have to talk to me about your situation, just get my number at MacTax.com and I'll make sure you don't have to worry about this shit at all. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe for more tax savings tips. And until next time, my friend, stay sharp, stay compliant, and stay out of tax trouble. And I'll see you on the next video.